Hey everybody, I have a quick compositing trick in After Effects for stop motion that can turn a shot with tons of rigs or really problem rigs like this, and we can get rid of it and make it look like this. No erasing in Photoshop, all in After Effects, and it's super quick too. Hi, I'm Dale Hayward from CLearn, and I wanted to share with you this really quick compositing trick. You can use it for removing rigs or just generally fixing up any stop motion. This is also especially useful if you didn't have any plates. Now, plates are usually clean images without any of the objects in there. But sometimes plates are useful, sometimes they're not. If you're removing something, in our case, on a shadow, a plate is not really going to help you out very much. And so this trick, what it does is it uses another frame within your animation to replace the rig area. We're going to be using Adobe After Effects. I'm using CS6, but it'll of course work for CC. So first off, you're going to need to find in your original footage, what is in this area? What is the cleanest image in your animation? So in our case, it's probably this frame here, this one that's actually right after it. We're going to start off with this region too. I'm going to break it off into a couple different spots. And the nice thing with masks is that if it's not enough, you can just keep on playing with it. Let's duplicate Command D to duplicate your layer. I'm working on a Mac, so I'm going to use those hotkeys. So Option, square bracket, and the other side to just make it one frame long. Now I'm going to go back to the frame I'm working on and then put our new plate layer on that frame by just pressing square bracket. So we've got it on top there. Okay. Now we're going to create a new solid. I always like to make them the full size. Turn it off because you're not going to need it. This is the layer that you're going to put your masks on it. So let's call that our mask. Okay. And I'm going to call this one our plate. All right. So now we're going to need our track matte option. So I don't have that here. So you right button click in this region and columns and modes. And we're going to need this track matte option here. So if you've never used track mattes, let me open your eyes to the wonder of track mattes. So again, option square bracket, left and right, just to make it, we just need it for that one frame here. Okay. And let's just turn this layer off for now. You grab your pen tool, so G, and make sure you've got your mask layer selected, not the plate, just the mask. Okay. So let's just roughly draw out the areas you're going to need. All right, great. So that's invisible, but that's what you just did. But we don't care about that. Let's turn on your plate layer again. And then with that selected, now you say alpha matte. Voila. There you go. Look at that. We're ready. Just with that rough, it's already gone. The way these work is that you need the good layer, the plate layer, to be underneath your mask. So now I can keep on changing this layer however I want. There we go. I'm starting to see it. But of course, all I want is in there. Let's see if I can use that. No, I can't. But no worries. We're going to find another plate just for that region. And let's see how far I can go into removing it here. In stop motion, one of the things with it is you're dealing with its reality. So you've got natural flickering in the shot. And even if I use Granite Bay deflicker, GBD flicker, this one, it's a great plugin that removes deflickering. I usually do it just sort of generally over everything, but it's an overall thing. And so if you use a plate that you may have shot at the end of your animation, it may be a slightly different lighting or color hue, or something might be different than when you actually need it to replace. Next up is this big meaty area here. So now in this one, in my whole animation, I don't have anything. I have it clean. What I ended up doing, which is very sneaky. So I'm going to duplicate that layer, Apple D, and I'm going to solo that just to look at that. And I actually used to say this, and I'm going to take this region right here, just that region, and I'm going to make that work for me. All right, so bring that over onto that layer. Let's turn that off. Okay, and again, create a new solid, turn it off, and make sure to place it on top of the layer you want. So let's call that plate 2, and call that mask 2. All right. Oh, again, just need it for that region there. Okay, with the mask selected, let's just cut out this region here. So now let's turn that back on and alpha matte that. So still doesn't work. All right, no worries. This is where the not putting the masks on the actual layer, this is where it comes into handy. So now the mask is just removing what I don't want. That's its job for the mask. The image underneath, now that it's separate, I can just slide that out of the way. I can just move it out of the way. I can move it wherever I want. The mask doesn't change. So I want to grab just this nice kind of shadowy area here. Take that, and I'm going to make sure my anchor point is in this region here. So I'll zoom out a little bit and find my anchor point. There it is. Y to grab your anchor point. You can move it down over on this region. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that and scale it just this region. I think it was about 400%. Slide it over, fill that region. All right. Now let's throw a feather on this mask. Bring it down to 50. And I throw on another mask just for that region that I'm seeing, that area. And that now has, I'm going to put a feather on it too. Let's fix this mask down here. Change that color. I'm going to make my first main mask a little tighter around that circle. Let me just play around with that a bit more. I'm just going to add a bit of levels like that. All right, there you have it. And here's the shot without the rig. I love this technique for also regions like this. So you're recycling the same footage. So let's take that, again, my main layer, which main's always on the bottom. Duplicate that, create a new solid, bring it on down, call this one plate 4. Turn off that, turn off that. Okay, so now there is no plate in that region, but there is just to the left of it. So again, let's remove the region we don't want on the mask. Doesn't have to be too fancy. Put down that alpha matte. And voila, it's gone. Now in this case, that's going to be there for the whole shot. That spot's still there. All I did was just remove it just for that one area. And so now what's great about this is that if there is any light flicker, it's going to be the same light flicker as here. If I just used a white plate, it would have been super bright. It would have been like that. So a plate actually would not have helped me out. I would have had to now compensate this plate just to match that other lighting. So hopefully you found that really helpful. If you did, please like and follow wherever you've seen this. We've got more to share. So we'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Take care. Bye.